Hi everyone, this is Satyam and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to discuss the topic subject and predicate. So I have already told you what is a sentence, the types of sentence, and I have also told you some 200 sentences of regular use. Now, in today's video, I'll tell you how many parts a sentence has and what does those parts mean, and we'll see and try to understand them with the help of some examples. So let's get started with today's video. So subject and predicate is today's topic, and let's understand what is subject and what is predicate. Now every sentence has two parts, part 1 and part 2, and either of the parts can be called as a subject and predicate. I told either of the parts. That means this part can also be called as a predicate when this part will become the subject. So let's understand what is a subject and what is a predicate. A sentence which answers what, who and which is known as a subject. That is a person or a thing. Which person? What thing? This is known as the subject. जब भी हम किसी इंसान, कोई चीज, किसी चीज के बारे में जब हम बोल रहे होते हैं तो वो इंसान, वो चीज, that is known as a subject. उसे हम subject कहते हैं. We'll see this with the help of an example. And predicate क्या होता है? Predicate is what that person does, what that person is, what thing it is known as the predicate. The sentence which expresses what the subject does is known as a predicate. वो इंसान क्या करता है, वो इंसान क्या है, वो चीज क्या है, इस चीज के बाद सब्जेक्ट के बारे में एक्सप्लेन करने वाले पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस को हम प्रेडिकेट कहते हैं. So subject expresses that part of the sentence which says what, who, which, about which person are we talking, about what thing are we talking, and the explanation of that person or thing is done in the predicate part of any sentence, explains about the subject. I hope you understood. एक sentence के दो part होते हैं, part 1, part 2. Part 1 subject कहलाता है, part 2 predicate. ये अदरवाइज भी कह सकते हैं, पार्ट 1 प्रेडिकेट हो सकता है, पार्ट 2 सब्जेक्ट हो सकता है. तो बेसिकली सब्जेक्ट होता क्या है? सब्जेक्ट क्या मतलब, यानी किसी चीज जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हो, पर्सन, थिंग, कि वो क्या है और वो कौन है, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज सब्जेक्ट. और उसके बारे में बता रहे हैं कि वो इंसान ऐसा है, उसके बारे में एक्सप्लेन करना, वो चीज ऐसी है, तो वो जो एक्सप्लेनेशन पार्ट हो गया उस चीज के बारे में, दैट इज नोन एज अ प्रेडिकेट. सो वील अंडरस्टैंड दिस कॉन्सेप्ट विद द हेल्प ऑफ सम एग्जांपल्स. एंड या एग्जांपल, मीरा इज अ गुड गर्ल. So here Meera will be the subject. Why? Because we are talking about Meera. That she is a good girl. This is the quality of Meera which is being presented in second part of the sentence. हम मीरा के बारे में बता रहे हैं सेंटेंस के सेकेंड पार्ट में कि वो कैसी लड़की है. She is a good girl. So this becomes the predicate. Right? Now, if we say like New Delhi is the capital of India. So here the subject is New Delhi because we are talking about New Delhi. That this is the subject. That it is the capital city of India. It is the capital of India. So New Delhi के बारे में बता रहे हैं कि वो इंडिया का कैपिटल सिटी है. तो न्यू दिल्ली इसलिए एक सब्जेक्ट हो गया. हम इस बारे में बात करें. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट न्यू दिल्ली एंड दिस इज द एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ द सेंटेंस दैट व्हाट डू वी वांट टू से. तो हम ये कहना चाहते हैं इस सब्जेक्ट के बारे में कि ये सब्जेक्ट हमारा कैपिटल सिटी है हमारे कंट्री का. तो दिस बिकम्स द प्रेडिकेट. नाउ कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल. The earth revolves around the sun. Now here, the earth. This is the subject, right? Why? Because we are talking about the earth. Now, this part will become the predicate because it will tell us what does the earth do. So here it tells it revolves around the sun. So this becomes the subject. And this becomes the predicate. You understood why this is the subject? Because we are talking about this. The earth revolves around the sun. If we remove this part, revolves around the sun has no meaning. It doesn't have any meaning if we don't add the earth. Therefore, the earth revolves around the sun. This has a complete meaning and here we are talking about the earth be revolving around the sun. Therefore, this becomes the subject and revolves around the sun becomes the predicate. Earth क्या करता है? Revolve करता है sun के around. तो ये earth के बारे में हो गया. Therefore, this becomes the predicate. और सब्जेक्ट यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? किस बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं? हम अर्थ के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं तो वो हमारा सब्जेक्ट बन गया. सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड लाइक हाउ डू वी डिसाइड द सब्जेक्ट एंड द प्रेडिकेट. हम सब्जेक्ट और प्रेडिकेट को कैसे डिसाइड करते हैं. नाउ आई शो यू सेंटेंसेस वेयर द प्रेडिकेट विल बी like it will come prior to the subject. I'll show you such examples because I already told you a sentence has two parts where first part can be the subject and the other part can be the predicate. Similarly, I also told you that the first part can be the predicate and the second part can be the subject. So I'll give you examples of this variety now. So the next example is this is my black pen. Now read the sentence again. This is my black pen. So without black pen, this is my. It doesn't make sense. And this is my black pen makes complete sense. So after reading this sentence, we get to know we are telling something about the black pen. So black pen becomes the subject. And this is my becomes the predicate because I am saying that this black pen belongs to me. It means I am talking about the black pen. ये black pen मेरा है तो मेरा है doesn't make sense without black pen. So हम लोग black pen के बारे में बोल रहे हैं कि ये मेरा है तो ये subject कहलाता है, ये predicate. Similarly, read this sentence. She is a tall girl. Now read it without girl. She is a tall what? Girl. So we are telling about this girl that she is tall. Therefore, the girl will become the subject and she is a tall will become predicate. That this girl is tall. The subject is tall. ये लड़की लंबी है. So we are telling about the girl. So this will become the subject and she being tall will become the predicate. So I hope you all understood how this can be like in different positions. Sometimes subject can be here, predicate can be this side. Sometimes the predicate can be here, the subject can be this side. So I hope you understood this. Now I have to tell you one more thing. We know by now that there are 4 types of sentences. Declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. So out of the 4 types of sentences, the imperative sentence expresses order, command or request are known as imperative sentence, and I have explained you all these 4 topics in my previous video. So I just want to tell you here that in case of imperative sentences, we do not write the subject. The subject portion is omitted. It's not written. Only the predicate part is written. So this is an exception to the rule. In all these things, in all these, subject plus predicate and subject plus predicate is written. But here, the subject is not written, only predicate is written. Only predicate. So I'll explain you this with an example. So in imperative sentence, if you have seen my previous video where I told you the sentences which expresses command, order, request. So the request or command can be shut up. It can be shut up. Shut up. So here, you is understood that it is it is said to someone, you shut up. But this you has to be borne in mind and only shut up has to be spoken. So this is an example of imperative sentence where we are saying shut up to someone and you is understood that you is there. तो हम सिर्फ predicate part ही बोलते हैं और सब्जेक्ट का जो पार्ट है वो दिमाग में होता है, हम बोलते नहीं है. अंडरस्टूड है ही यू तो है ही इसके आगे. 2 लोग बात कर रहे हैं, एक दूसरे को बोल रहा है शट अप, यानी एक दूसरे को ही बोल रहा है. सो यू शट अप ही होगा, बट हम यू बोलेंगे नहीं, वो दिमाग में रहेगा. सिर्फ शट अप बोलेंगे जो कि प्रेडिकेट पार्ट है. और ये एक्सेप्शन टू द रूल है कि सिर्फ इंपेरेटिव सेंटेंसेस ही ऐसे सेंटेंसेस होते हैं जहां पे हम सिर्फ प्रेडिकेट बोलते हैं, सब्जेक्ट को हम नहीं बोलते हैं. इट इज नॉट मेंशन, इट इज नॉट मेंशन, ओनली प्रेडिकेट is mentioned. And please remember this is an exception to the rule. Bear it in your mind. This is the subject which is not written. Only this is written, this is spoken. Shut up. Or sit down. Again, this is the predicate. This is the predicate. It obviously means you sit down. So you will be in mind. It's understood. You sit down. तुम बैठ जाओ, but तुमको बोलना नहीं है, बैठ जाओ. That is the predicate part has to be spoken or written. So this is an exception to the rule about the imperative sentence. Please remember this. So now we will discuss a few more examples such that this topic, subject and predicate becomes clear in your mind. So yeah. Let's understand the topic subject and predicate with the help of some more examples. So the example number 1 is she has a good memory. Now can you identify the subject and the predicate on the basis of the concept which I gave you right now? So try solving at your place. She has a good memory. Who has a good memory? She. What does she have? She has a good memory. What does she has? She has a good memory, right? So she becomes the subject. She is the subject about whom we are speaking, we are talking, that she has a good memory. This is about her having a good memory. So this becomes the predicate. अगर हम इस सेंटेंस को बार बार पढ़ें तो पता चलेगा कि इट्स रिटन शी हैज अ गुड मेमोरी. उसके पास एक अच्छी मेमोरी है. किसके पास? उसके पास. तो उसके इज शी एंड शी बिकम्स द सब्जेक्ट. और हम इसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं कि इसके पास अच्छी मेमोरी है. तो अच्छी मेमोरी इसके बारे में लिखी हुई बात है, इसलिए वो प्रेडिकेट हो जाएगी द सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस. So I hope it's understood in this example that this is the subject and this is the predicate. Now moving on to the next example. There are 365 days in a year. Now read the sentence again and try to figure out at your place that which is the subject and which is the predicate here. There are 365 days in a. Where are 365 days? कहाँ पे 365 days हैं? In a year. एक साल में. यानी हम एक साल के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं कि वहां पे 365 डेज होते हैं. सो दिस ईयर, दिस विल बिकम द सब्जेक्ट एंड दिस विल बिकम द प्रेडिकेट. देयर आर 365 डेज इन अ. सो दिस बिकम्स द सब्जेक्ट एंड दिस बिकम्स द प्रेडिकेट. हम एक साल के बारे में बता रहे हैं कि वहां पे 365 डेज होते हैं. Third example. The singing of the little girl delighted us. What delighted us? The singing of the little girl. Now read the sentence again. The singing of the little girl delighted us. If you read it till here, the singing of the little girl did what? Delighted us. What delighted us? The singing of the little girl. That means we are talking about what delighted us. And her singing delighted us. So this will become the subject and this will become the predicate. Right? Understood? Moving on to the next example. She shot an arrow in the air. ठीक है? तो what did she do? Shot an arrow in the air. This was easy, right? So she becomes the subject. We are talking about her, that she has shot an arrow in the air. So this becomes the predicate. So the last example is the barking dog saved us from the thieves. So the barking dog saved us from which thing? From the thieves. From what? From the thieves. Barking dogs ने हमें चोरों से बचाया. From the thieves. They saved us from the thieves. So this will become the subject, that they have saved us from the thieves, and this becomes the predicate. Okay, because if you read it without this, the barking dog saved us from what? From the thieves. तो हम किस बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? चोरों के बारे में. We are talking about them. ठीक है? So this becomes the subject and this becomes the predicate. So I hope you all understood these examples. And now I'll be telling you 5 more sentences. And you please note down in your grammar notebook and try to figure out at home that which is the subject and which is the predicate. You can always share the answer in the comment section below, and I'll tell you in case you are absolutely right or some corrections are required. I'll be telling you. So please note down those questions. So here are 5 more sentences which you please note down. And please try and figure out which is the subject and which is the predicate part in these sentences, and try to share the answer in the comment section, and I'll tell you what is the exact correct answer. So the sentences are: the wolf ran at a high speed, victorious I was, Chandigarh is a beautiful city, the crackling of geese saved Rome, and please don't make excuses. So I hope you are gonna note these down, and you will definitely tell me which is the subject part and which is the predicate part. And now it's turn to know the 5 English words of today as promised. So I'm going to tell you that, and please note them down such that they can increase your vocabulary. So here's the first word, sloppy. It means careless, unsystematic, excessively casual. And the sentence which can be formed out of it is, the lawn has sloppy grass and mud all over. The next word is tweaking. It means twist or pull sharply. And the sentence is, it took me hours tweaking it to make it look good. The third word is insidious. It means proceeding in a gradual, subtle way. And the sentence is, the rumor is getting insidious. The next word is cobbled. It means paved with cobbles. And the sentence is, this village has a lot of pretty cobbled cottages. The next word is obfuscation, which means the action of making things unclear. Obfuscation continues to be the order of the day. So these were the 5 words which you can note down in your vocabulary notebook and use them while you speak to your friends, your colleagues or anybody at home. So try to use them in your day-to-day language such that your English sounds impressive, and like slowly and gradually I'll be telling you the concept such that your grammar portion also becomes really strong and you have a good command on the language and your confidence also goes on increasing day by day. So I hope you understood the concept of subject and predicate. I hope you understood these 5 words as well. So with this, I come to the end of today's video. If you have any doubts or confusions, please post that in the comment section. Try to solve those 5 questions which I have given it to you, and try to post the answers in the comment section. And if you are new to my channel, then please make sure to subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the bell icon to be notified any further. Hit a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay tuned, keep watching, keep smiling, keep practicing English. Bye-bye. Take care.